Sitting alone, immersed in the belief that I had hit rock bottom, I found myself in one of those crucial life-defining moments. It was then that I met people whose words not only offered me comfort, but also powerful life lessons. These lessons, shared in times of trial, might be exactly what you need to hear right now. In life, we often find ourselves at a crossroads, where it seems that others may be either against us or in our favor. However, the reality is that each person acts on their own behalf. What lies ahead always has the potential to be better than what we leave behind. Now, if you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now let's start this transformative journey together. Sometimes the best action is simply to step back, let people go, and allow relationships to run their course. In these moments of solitude and difficulty, you discover who your true friends are. You are stronger than you think. You have overcome all the hard days so far and remain undefeated. No one will take better care of you than yourself. Facing your fears, you realize that nothing is as difficult as it seems. From great difficulties arise the most unexpected miracles. If you believe you can, you are already halfway there. It is crucial to remember that not everyone you meet has the best intentions for you. The days when you least want to act are precisely when you need to move the most. The only thing you can truly control is your own feelings, actions, and thoughts. Stop trying to change others. It is an effort that rarely pays off. Adversities are often the preparation life uses to equip ordinary people for extraordinary destinies. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Sometimes, only when we allow ourselves to be carried by the winds of change do we discover our true direction. Never compromise your personal growth because of another person. Remember, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You are braver than you admit, stronger than you appear, and smarter than you think. Self-confidence is fundamental. You have survived numerous challenges and will survive everything that is to come. We do not know our true strength until being strong becomes our only option. Change is not a threat. It is an opportunity to live fully. Finally, we can choose to make ourselves miserable or to make ourselves strong. The effort required is the same. Let's begin. Number 1. The importance of trusting oneself and fostering personal growth. One of the fundamental aspects of Stoicism is the development of autonomy and growth. This approach centers on the ability to trust oneself and foster continuous inner growth. To start, it is essential to understand that people tend to act based on their own interests. This is not a cynical view of human nature, but rather a realistic recognition that can free us from many unnecessary expectations and disappointments regarding others' behavior. If we accept that everyone seeks what is best for themselves, we can learn to interact with them more effectively and without resentment. This understanding leads to the importance of facing our fears. Fears are often barriers that prevent us from reaching our full potential. By facing our fears, we realize that many challenges that seem intimidating are manageable. This not only reduces anxiety, but also strengthens our ability to face new difficult situations, enhancing our resilience. Personal growth is a journey that often requires making tough decisions, such as letting go of people who do not positively contribute to our well-being. This process of detachment should not be seen as an act of selfishness, but rather as a necessity for self-preservation and improvement. By focusing on our own improvement, we can cultivate a stronger and wiser version of ourselves. These principles are not easy to implement, and require a constant commitment to self-examination and improvement. Stoicism teaches that we must continuously work on ourselves, using every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Autonomy is strengthened through this process, making each individual more capable of dealing with life's vicissitudes without overly relying on others' approval or help. Additionally, this focus on personal growth also implies a deeper understanding of our own capabilities and limitations. Accepting our limitations can be as important as recognizing our strengths. This helps us set realistic goals and work toward them with patience and perseverance, two qualities highly valued in Stoic philosophy. Autonomy is also reinforced by the practice of self-control and discipline. Controlling our responses to external emotions allows us to maintain a clear mind and focus on our goals. Discipline in our actions and thoughts helps us stay on our path of personal growth, regardless of the distractions or temptations that may arise. This path also leads us to evaluate and understand the nature of our relationships. Relationships should foster our growth, not hold us back. This may mean distancing ourselves from relationships that are destructive or limiting and valuing more those that offer support and foster our autonomy. In summary, personal growth in the context of Stoicism is a dynamic and continuous process that involves a deep commitment to self-knowledge, discipline, and autonomy. By following these principles, we not only strengthen ourselves, but also become better positioned to contribute positively to society. Each step on this path is not only an act of personal development, but also an act of Stoic courage, facing life with a new perspective and renewed wisdom. Number 2, the nature of relationships and friendships. Stoicism provides an enlightening perspective on how we should perceive and manage our personal relationships. According to this philosophy, the quality of our relationships has a profound impact on our social environment and, consequently, on our lives in general. In this context, it is essential to understand that people's actions are influenced by their personal interests, which are not always aligned with ours, nor necessarily opposed to them. This understanding can free us from many misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts, allowing us to relate more effectively and empathetically. Recognizing that each person acts from their perspective and motivations is a Stoic principle that invites us not to take others' actions personally. This approach helps us maintain objectivity and manage our expectations in social interactions. For example, if a friend acts distantly, instead of automatically assuming it was something we did, Stoicism teaches us to consider a variety of possible personal motivations that could be influencing their behavior, many of which may have nothing to do with us. Moreover, Stoics believe that true friends reveal themselves during the most difficult times. It is easy to be surrounded by people when circumstances are favorable, but crises and challenges truly test the strength and sincerity of relationships. This applies not only to friendships, but also to family and professional relationships. A true friend is someone who is present not only to share the joys, but also to offer support when it is most needed. This Stoic view encourages us to value and cultivate relationships that are genuine and reciprocal, recognizing and appreciating those who truly stand by us in difficult times. On the other hand, this understanding also implies accepting that some relationships may not be as lasting or deep as we would like, and it is okay to let go of people who do not contribute positively to our lives. Stoics teach us to maintain a certain emotional distance, which allows us to protect ourselves from unhealthy emotional dependencies and helps us maintain our inner peace. This detachment is not a rejection of love or friendship, but a way to ensure that our relationships are authentic and mutually enriching. Additionally, in Stoic philosophy, the idea is valued that we should be a source of positivity and stability for others, just as we seek friends who are for us. This means we should strive to be people whom others can trust and depend on. By becoming a pillar of strength for our friends and loved ones, we not only enrich our relationships, but also live according to Stoic principles of virtue and moral excellence. The idea that the quality of our relationships defines our social environment is reflected in how these interactions affect our emotional and mental state. A positive and supportive social environment can be an incredible source of strength and comfort, while a toxic environment can lead to distress and emotional exhaustion. Therefore, Stoics advise us to be selective with the company we keep and seek relationships that inspire us to be better and wiser. Number 3. Overcoming adversity. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us to deal with life's challenges and adversities with strength and wisdom. According to Stoics, difficulties are not only inevitable, but are essential opportunities for personal growth and self-improvement. From this perspective, every adversity we face prepares us for future challenges, making us stronger and more resilient. When we go through difficult times, it is common to feel overwhelmed or desperate. However, Stoicism offers us a different approach, seeing each difficulty as a necessary step on our path to a greater destiny. This idea is not just a consolation in times of crisis, but a practical strategy for managing our lives. By adopting this mindset, we begin to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as challenges designed to strengthen our character and skills. The relationship between pain and personal growth is another important facet of Stoic philosophy. Pain, whether emotional or physical, is often perceived negatively. However, from a Stoic perspective, pain is a powerful teacher. Through suffering, we learn to be resilient. Moments of pain intensify our human experience and can lead us to make profound and significant changes in our lives. These transformations may seem miraculous, not because they occur mystically, but because they emerge from the intensity of our personal struggles. Trusting oneself during these difficult times is crucial. Self-confidence is the foundation upon which we can face any challenge life presents us. This confidence does not arise from denying reality or unfounded optimism, but from a Stoic understanding of our own capabilities and the power of our will. Trusting oneself means knowing that we can endure trials and emerge from them with greater wisdom and strength. This self-confidence is cultivated through the constant practice of virtue and self-examination. Stoics teach that we should evaluate our actions and thoughts daily, ensuring that we live according to our highest principles. This process not only prepares us to better manage adversities, but also strengthens us against the emotional turbulence that such events can provoke. When facing adversities, it is essential to remember that we have no control over external events, but we do have control over how we respond to them. This is the essence of the Stoic approach to overcoming adversity. By focusing on our responses and what we can control, we maintain our personal power and tranquility. Stoic indifference is not apathy, but a liberation from worrying about what we cannot change, which in turn allows us to fully concentrate on what we can influence. Additionally, the support of others who share our Stoic values can be invaluable. While Stoicism emphasizes personal autonomy, it also recognizes the importance of a supportive community. Sharing our struggles and victories with others can provide us with additional perspective and strength. This support network acts as a mirror, reflecting our own capabilities and reminding us of the importance of staying true to our principles, even when circumstances seem discouraging. In summary, overcoming adversities in the Stoic style involves a combination of self-confidence, understanding the instructive nature of pain, and a practical focus on our response capabilities rather than the circumstances beyond our control. By adopting this philosophy, we equip ourselves not only to survive life's challenges, but to thrive through them, turning each difficulty into a stepping stone for greater personal growth and wisdom. Number 4. Philosophy of life and mindset. Stoicism offers a philosophy of life that emphasizes the importance of adopting a positive and proactive attitude toward the challenges we face. This approach is not only crucial for achieving personal and professional success, but also prepares us to handle adversities with grace and strength. Believing in oneself is a fundamental pillar on the path to success. Stoics teach that self-confidence is not simply a superficial feeling of security, but a deep belief in our own capabilities and values. This confidence arises from the knowledge that each individual has the ability to control their responses and behaviors in the face of life's situations. Stoic self-confidence is anchored in self-awareness, which allows us to understand our strengths and weaknesses and act accordingly. Additionally, the practice of virtue, a central concept in Stoicism, reinforces our confidence because by living ethically and rationally, we strengthen our integrity and self-esteem. Change is another constant in life that Stoicism teaches us to manage. Instead of fearing change, Stoics embrace it as an opportunity to grow and learn. The impermanence of things is seen not as a threat, but as a reminder that our ability to adapt and respond is where our true power lies. Flexibility and resilience are Stoic qualities that are cultivated through constant confrontation with changes, both large and small. This adaptability is nurtured by the premise that the only thing we can truly control is our own actions and reactions, not external circumstances. Regarding risk, Stoicism proposes a perspective that balances caution with audacity. While it is true that all actions involve risks, inaction is often the greatest risk of all. Stoics remind us that life itself is a risk that must be lived fully and with purpose. Avoiding risks out of fear only leads to stagnation and the loss of valuable opportunities. Instead of retreating in fear of the unknown, Stoicism urges us to make rational assessments of risks and make decisions based on reason and virtue, not fear. This philosophy also teaches us that acceptance of outcomes, whether favorable or adverse, is fundamental to maintaining inner peace. Acceptance does not mean passive resignation, but recognition of facts as they are. From this acceptance, we can decide our next steps in an informed and serene manner, avoiding impulsive reactions that often complicate situations further. In summary, Stoicism provides us with tools to develop a mindset that not only seeks external success, but also cultivates internal strength and serenity. By adopting a philosophy of life that values self-confidence, adaptability, and reasonable courage in the face of risks, we can face life not only with hope, but with a clear and effective strategy to achieve fulfillment and personal realization. Number 5. The reality of life and acceptance. In our exploration of Stoicism, it becomes evident that understanding and accepting the realities of life are vital. We often encounter the truth that life is not always fair, but it is in these situations that resilience becomes our greatest ally. Stoic resilience does not imply passive acceptance of adversities, but active and courageous adaptation. Recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of human existence allows us to face them with a prepared and proactive mindset. Through this approach, we learn that our reactions to injustices and challenges define our character and quality of life much more than the circumstances themselves. This philosophy also proposes a vision of happiness that significantly deviates from conventional notions. Happiness, according to Stoics, is not found in the absence of problems, but in our ability to deal with them effectively. True happiness arises from inner strength and the ability to maintain tranquility and reason in the face of adversity. This leads us to a deeper and more realistic understanding of what it means to live well. The art of letting go is fundamental in Stoic practice. Letting go does not only refer to detaching from material possessions, but also from preconceptions and resentments that hinder our personal growth. We often cling to old wounds or unrealistic expectations about ourselves and others, which can obstruct our personal development. The ability to let go, to free ourselves from the burdens that hold us back, is a skill that is cultivated through continuous reflection and conscious practice. This process is inherently liberating and allows us to move forward to new experiences and learnings with a renewed and open spirit. Moreover, this acceptance and adaptation are not static, they are dynamic and require a continuous commitment to self-examination and personal improvement. Life constantly changes, and our ability to gracefully adapt to these changes largely determines our inner peace and external happiness. Stoics teach us to observe life objectively, to recognize and accept its ups and downs without being dominated by ephemeral or distorted emotions. Finally, by adopting these teachings, we not only improve our own lives but also positively impact the lives of those around us. By developing greater resilience, happiness, and the ability to let go, we become beacons of stability and strength for our friends, family, and colleagues. This multiplier effect is perhaps one of the most powerful and beneficial aspects of Stoicism, as it transforms not only individuals but also communities, creating more robust and compassionate societies. Through understanding and accepting the realities of life, we strengthen our ability to face the unexpected, overcome challenges, and ultimately find a sense of contentment and purpose that goes beyond external circumstances. Number 6. Actions and consequences. At the heart of Stoicism lies a profound respect for the importance of actions and the understanding of their consequences. This philosophy holds that it is not our desires or hopes that bring about real change, but our decisions and the hard work we put behind them. Each action we undertake is a stone in the edifice of our life, and each stone must be placed with intention and care. Stoics teach us that we must be meticulous in our actions, considering both the immediate effects and the long-term repercussions. This focus on actions over desires is based on the understanding that the world does not conform to our expectations just because we wish it to. Instead, we must actively work towards our goals through well-considered and consistent actions. This is an empowering lesson because it places the future in our own hands. Informed decisions and diligent effort allow us to shape our lives according to our highest values and aspirations. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the maturity that involves taking full responsibility for our actions and their consequences. Maturing in this sense means recognizing that we are the architects of our own life, and that each choice we make contributes to the structure of our future. Taking this responsibility also means avoiding excuses. Instead of seeking external factors or others to blame for the difficulties we face, Stoicism urges us to look within and evaluate how our own actions contributed to the current situation. This perspective teaches us that responsibility is not a burden, but a source of power. It gives us the control to correct the course when things go wrong and to capitalize when they go well. Recognizing our personal responsibility also frees us from victimization, allowing us to continue growing and learning without being trapped by a past we cannot change. Stoicism also teaches us that every action has an echo. If we act with integrity and diligence, these values will be reflected in the results we achieve. On the other hand, if our actions are careless or dishonest, we will also see these qualities manifest in our lives in ways we may not anticipate or desire. This knowledge acts as a compass, guiding us towards actions that not only seek external achievements, but also cultivate our internal growth and well-being. Number 7. Wisdom through experience. In the Stoic journey toward wisdom, life experiences play a crucial role. Wisdom is not gained solely through study or contemplation, but through active participation and confrontation with a variety of situations. Every experience, whether positive or negative, acts as a teacher in the vast school of life, offering valuable lessons that help us develop better judgment. Stoicism teaches us that wisdom is acquired not by avoiding challenges, but by facing them directly. As we navigate through complicated or difficult situations, we learn to discern which tactics work best, what our limits are, and how we can exceed our own expectations. This understanding deepens our judgment and equips us with more robust tools to handle future adversities. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "mind over body" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. Every challenging experience we face also serves as a mirror reflecting our inner strength. Often, we are not aware of our own resilience until we are tested by life's circumstances. These challenges can come in many forms: a personal loss, a professional failure, or even a mistake we made. However, it is through these moments that Stoic philosophy finds its greatest application. It teaches us to maintain composure, seek learning in every obstacle, and emerge from each trial a little stronger and wiser. The wisdom gained through experience also includes recognizing that every event in our lives brings something of value. This requires conscious reflection on our experiences, identifying not only the mistakes, but also the successes. By reviewing our steps, we can see clearly how certain actions led to specific outcomes and how our emotional and rational responses influence the course of events. This introspection allows us to adjust our behaviors and decisions for the future, thus strengthening our ability to deal with what lies ahead. Furthermore, this accumulated wisdom becomes an invaluable resource for teaching and guiding others. Those who have faced numerous trials and reflected on those experiences have much to offer to those who are still in the early stages of their own Stoic journey. The transmission of wisdom from one generation to the next is a fundamental aspect of the Stoic legacy, providing a map that others can follow to avoid common pitfalls and leverage strategies that have proven effective. At the same time, the process of acquiring wisdom is endless. Life always presents us with new challenges and unexpected situations. Therefore, the Stoic attitude towards learning is one of continuous humility and openness. Recognizing that there is always more to learn keeps us mentally flexible and emotionally prepared for anything that may arise. This openness also fosters a sense of curiosity and exploration, which can lead us to seek new experiences that further expand our understanding and skills. Ultimately, Stoic wisdom through experience is an invitation to embrace life in all its complexity. It encourages us to see every situation, every encounter, and every mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow. By doing so, we not only benefit ourselves, but also enrich the lives of those around us, sharing the lessons learned and supporting others in their own development. This creates a community of learning and growth that transcends individual experiences, strengthening social bonds and fostering a deeper sense of shared purpose among all who follow this noble philosophical path. Number 8. Personal integrity and values. In the practice of Stoicism, maintaining personal integrity and fundamental values is essential not only for our self-esteem and self-respect, but also for our interaction with the world. Personal integrity acts as a moral compass, guiding us through complex decisions and difficult situations. Honesty, in particular, is valued as a pillar of this integrity. Being honest not only with others, but crucially with ourselves, is one of the greatest challenges and at the same time, one of the most important. Honesty implies more than simply not lying. It means being genuine in our actions and words, being aligned with our deepest values, and acting sincerely in all circumstances. Although this can be a difficult practice, especially when we face social or personal pressures to conform or please, honesty offers us a solid foundation on which we can build relationships of trust and mutual respect. This value helps us avoid duplicity and manipulation, allowing us to live a life that is not only less complicated, but also more satisfying. Protecting our thoughts and words is equally important to maintaining personal integrity. Our thoughts are the source of our actions, and words are their expression. Controlling what we think and how we communicate is crucial to living according to our principles. This does not mean suppressing or censoring our thoughts, but being aware of them and choosing to express them in ways that are consistent with our values. For Stoics, the essence of integrity lies not in perfection, but in the coherence between what we believe, say, and do. Personal integrity also manifests in the ability to stand firm in our principles, even when it would be easier to yield. In the modern world, where compromises are often valued above ethical absolutes, standing up for what is right requires courage and strength. This stance not only affects us internally, but also has a significant impact on those around us, serving as a model of ethical and consistent conduct. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us that integrity is demonstrated not in grand acts or decisions, but in daily and minor choices. Every decision is an opportunity to reaffirm or weaken our integrity. This daily and constant focus is what truly defines our character and shapes our identity over time. The repetition of honest acts and the conscious protection of our thoughts and words train us to be better, more ethical, and more aligned with our true nature. The practice of integrity and honesty also implies accepting the consequences of our actions. Recognizing and taking responsibility for the results of our decisions is an essential component of a life lived with integrity. This responsibility not only demonstrates our commitment to honesty, but also reinforces our ability to positively influence our environment. Finally, integrity and honesty offer us an inner peace that cannot be achieved in any other way. Knowing that we are living in truth with ourselves and with others allows us to face life with a clarity and tranquility that duplicity and dishonesty simply cannot provide. Ultimately, personal integrity is not just a Stoic ideal, it is a fundamental requirement for a full and meaningful life. By cultivating and protecting our deepest values, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more ethical and authentic world. Number 9. Emotional balance. Emotional balance is an essential component of a full and balanced life, and it becomes an especially powerful tool when we face adversities. The ability to stay emotionally centered not only improves our mental and physical health, but also deeply affects our interaction with the world and with others. Effective management of our emotions is crucial for our personal well-being, allowing us to navigate the highs and lows of life with greater ease and less stress. Maintaining emotional balance requires a deep understanding of our own emotions. Recognizing and accepting these emotions is the first step. This does not mean that emotions should control our actions, but that we should be aware of them and understand their origin. By doing this, we are able to process our feelings more effectively and prevent them from negatively influencing our decisions. This ability to identify and accept our emotions without allowing them to control our actions is a sign of emotional maturity and a foundation of Stoicism. Once we are able to recognize our emotions, we can learn to respond to situations rather than react impulsively to them. Reaction is often instinctive and unreflective, based on raw emotions that may not represent the best of our judgment capabilities. In contrast, responding involves a pause, an evaluation of the situation, and a conscious decision on how to act in a way that aligns with our values and long-term goals. This approach not only reduces conflicts and misunderstandings in our interactions, but also improves our self-esteem and confidence in our ability to handle challenges. The practice of emotional balance also affects our relationships. By managing our emotions effectively, we can present a calmer and more controlled presence, which is crucial for building and maintaining healthy and satisfying relationships. When we are not at the mercy of our emotions, we can communicate more clearly and effectively, understand others better, and be more empathetic. This, in turn, can reduce conflicts and increase harmony in our interactions. To cultivate this emotional balance, it is helpful to adopt practices such as meditation, daily reflection, and journaling, which can help calm the mind and offer a more objective perspective on our emotions. These practices not only foster greater self-awareness, but also allow us to disconnect from the intensity of our instant emotional reactions. Finally, developing emotional balance is a continuous process that requires dedication and practice. It is not something that is achieved overnight, but through constant and conscious effort to understand and manage our emotions. However, the benefits of this effort are immense, leading to a fuller, more peaceful, and more centered life. By focusing on emotional balance, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute positively to the lives of those around us, creating a more compassionate and understanding environment for everyone. Number 10. The importance of self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is a cornerstone in Stoic philosophy and an essential component for living a full and conscious life. This deep understanding of oneself influences every aspect of our existence, from how we interact with others to how we face challenges and make decisions. Understanding our own motivations and behaviors is the first step in this journey towards self-knowledge. By examining what truly drives us, we can begin to see more clearly why we act in certain ways in different situations. This not only helps us better manage our emotional responses, but also provides a foundation for making decisions more aligned with our true desires and goals. Self-knowledge allows us to identify and understand our recurring emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. This understanding helps us discern whether our reactions are the product of habitual patterns that may not serve us well, allowing us to make conscious adjustments in our lives. For example, if we recognize that we tend to react with anger in stressful situations, we can seek specific strategies to better manage that stress or anger. Similarly, knowing our own motivations can align our actions more closely with our fundamental values, leading to greater coherence and satisfaction in our lives. Additionally, self-knowledge includes recognizing our own limitations and strengths. Knowing our limitations is not an admission of failure, but an act of honesty that allows us to face reality without illusions. This recognition helps us set realistic expectations for ourselves and others, and can be a source of humility and learning. On the other hand, understanding our strengths provides us with the opportunity to maximize them, positioning us to achieve our goals more effectively and contribute more significantly to our communities. The process of developing self-knowledge also fosters greater personal growth. Being more in touch with our internal thoughts and emotions allows us to navigate life more consciously, choosing paths that reflect who we are and what we truly value. This alignment between our internal values and external actions is essential for living an authentic and satisfying life. Moreover, being aware of our areas of strength and those where we need improvement allows us to focus our development efforts more effectively and efficiently. This process of self-exploration and reflection is not always easy and may require facing uncomfortable truths about ourselves. However, the reward for such effort is greater clarity and a sense of liberation from self-delusions and deceptions. Through continuous practice of self-evaluation and reflection, we cultivate a deeper and more nuanced understanding of our identities, allowing us to live with greater integrity and inner peace. Self-knowledge also improves our relationships with others. By understanding our own behaviors and reactions, we are better equipped to communicate effectively and understandingly. This not only reduces misunderstandings and conflicts, but also strengthens our connections with others, creating deeper and more meaningful relationships. In summary, self-knowledge is fundamental for any pursuit of personal growth and is a key component in the quest for a life lived with purpose and meaning. By dedicating ourselves to understanding who we are, we equip ourselves with the most powerful tool to shape our lives in the way we choose, guided by a deep sense of self-awareness and authenticity. This path toward self-knowledge is essential for achieving the inner peace and fulfillment we all seek. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.